जय कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम जय वृंदावन धाम जय कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम जय वृंदावन धाम जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद हरि बोल गोर हरि बोल निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव वैष्णव की जय। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto number 4, chapter number 7, verse number 6. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललितान् श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Harir Nam, Eva Kevalam. Kalo Nasteva, Nasteva, Nasteva Gatiranyatha. Mukam Karoti Vachalam, Pangum Langhayate Girim. Yadkripastamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramanandam Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Maitreya Vacha Tada Sarvani Bhutani Shrutva Medhushtamoditam Paritustatmabhistata Sadhu Sadvaiti Atha Dhruvam. Maitreya Vacha Tada Sarvani Bhutani Shrutva Medhustamoditam Paritustatmabhistata Sadhu Sadvaiti Atha Dhruvam. Maitreya Vacha Tada Sarvani Bhutani Shrutva Medhushtamoditam Paritustatmabhistata Sadhu Sadvityatha Dhruvam.
Maitreya Vacha Tada Sarvani Bhutani Shrutva Medustamoditam Paritushtatam Paritushta Mabhistatha
Paritustatmabhistata
Sadhu Sadva Iti Atha Bhuvan.
Sadhu Sadvityatha Dhruvam.
Maitreya Vacha
Maitreya Vacha
Tadat Sarvani Bhutani
Sarvani Bhutani
Shrutva Nirusto Moditam
Swamidustamoditam
Paritushtatmabhistata
Paritustatmabhistata
Sadhu Sadviti Atha Bhuvan.
Sadhu Sadvaityatha Dhruvam. Maitreya Vacha Tada Sarvani Bhutani Shrutva Medhushtamoditam Paritustatmabhistata Sadhu Sadviti Yatha Dhruvam. Maitreya, the sage Maitreya, Vacha, Vacha said, Tada, at that time, Sarvani, all, Bhutani, personalities, Shrutva, after hearing, Midustama,
Sama,
the best of the Benedictors, Lord Shiva.
the best of the benedictors, Lord Shiva,
Uditam,
Udikam,
spoken by.
spoken by
Paritushtat,
Krishna,
being satisfied.
being satisfied,
Atmabhi,
Atmavi,
by heart and soul.
by heart and soul.
Tat,
Tat,
my dear Vidur.
my dear Vidu,
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, Sadhu,
Well done, well done.
well done, well done.
Iti,
He,
thus.
Sir,
Atha Bruvam,
Bhuvan,
as we have said. Translation purport by His Divine Grace Abhayacharana Arvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. The great sage Maitreya said, my dear Vidur, all the personalities present were very much satisfied in heart and soul upon hearing the words of Lord Shiva, who is the best among the benedictors. Purport. In this verse, Lord Shiva is described as Midusta, Midustama, the best of the benedictors. He is also known as Ashutosh, which indicates that he is very quickly satisfied and very quickly angered. It is said in Bhagavad Gita that less intelligent persons go to the demigods for material benedictions. In this connection, people generally go to Lord Shiva, and because he is always quickly satisfied and gives benedictions to his devotees without consideration, he is called Midustama, or the best of the benedictors. Persons are always anxious to get material profit, but they are not serious about spiritual profit. Sometimes, of course, it so happens that Lord Shiva becomes the best benedictor in spiritual life. It is said that once a poor Brahman worshipped Lord Shiva for a benediction, and Lord Shiva advised the devotee to go to see Sanatan Goswami. The devotee went to Sanatan Goswami and informed him that Lord Shiva had advised him to seek out the best benediction from him, Sanatan. Sanatan had a touchstone with him, which he kept with the garbage. On the request of the poor Brahman, Sanatan Goswami gave him the touchstone, and the Brahman was very happy to have it. He now could get as much gold as he desired simply by touching the touchstone to iron. But after he felt Sanatan, but after he felt Sanatan, he after he left Sanatan, he thought, if a touchstone is in the best benediction, if the touchstone is the best benediction, why has Sanatan Goswami kept it with the garbage? He therefore returned and asked Sanatan Goswami, Sir, if this is the best benediction, why did you keep it with the garbage? Sanatan Goswami then informed him, actually, this is not the best benediction, but are you prepared to take the best benediction from me? The Brahman said, Yes, yes, sir. Lord Shiv has sent me to you for the best benediction. Then Sanatan Goswami asked him to throw the touchstone in the water nearby and then come back. The poor Brahman did so. And when he returned, Sanatana Goswami initiated him with the Hare Krishna mantra. Thus, by the benediction of Lord Shiva, the Brahman got the association of the best devotee of Lord Krishna and was thus initiated in the Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Mahamantra ki. So I'm utterly unqualified to be sitting here and speaking Bhagavatam. But by the mercy of the devotees, anything can happen. So this has happened. So please forgive me. This is not my regular turn. Actually, sometimes it is our Rohinandan Prabhu or Bhavadajar Prabhu takes on Wednesdays, but somehow I'm told to do this service. So I'll try to do the best of my ability. The episode that we have been discussing about Daksha Prajapati and Veerbhadra going and destroying the Yajna arena, the sacrifice arena, and then creating a havoc, and then Lord Shiva giving them back to satisfy, and with the Lord Brahma's plea. And here basically he's saying, or Maitreya Rishi is saying, that because Lord Shiva is the best of the benedictors, he whatever he said, um, kind of he is satisfying everyone, or he satisfied those who were in pain, or those who were looking for um, some kind of a relief. Lord Shiva awarded that. Now here we are this is the interaction between the devotees, what we are seeing, because it is in the pages of Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam consists only of what can give us higher understanding about spiritual life, about devotional life, about bhakti. So with this episode, um, a person like me who is neophyte in bhakti has to take home messages, that if they can get into this kind of discussions and arguments and fights, how vigilant I have to be in dealing with other devotees. Not only devotees, even in general sense, how vigilant, how serious I have to be to not make any mistakes. There is a famous statement from Radhanath Maharaj that if there is a quarrel between two people, then either one or both don't want Krishna. That can be expanded upon is that usually any quarrel that we see among the devotees, or for that fact anywhere, it is actually, if we look deep enough, it is us versus Kali, right? We all want to become better version of ourselves, and something is degrading us, bringing us down, is Kali Yuga. The attractions in Kali Yuga or distractions in Kali Yuga, or anything that doesn't bring us closer to Krishna, anukulyena Krishnasya. Anything that is not conducive for our spiritual life, that is considered to be the agent of Kali, right? Anything that is not bringing us closer to Krishna is the agent of Kali, and we really need to identify, and we really need to be very, very careful how to deal with these agents of Kali, because it is so easy to get distracted. It is so easy to get ego in the middle. It is so easy to get misunderstandings. But at the end of the day, we have to understand it is us versus Kali. It is not amongst us. We shouldn't be fighting among ourselves. If we take a example of the game, there are 12 players, 10 players, there are team games. In the team games, even if one person is like they are not up to mark, or they are not a strong enough player, what we do or try to do is we try to shield that person from the opponent so that we can get the best result for our team. Same principle we have to apply. If there is a problem, if there is a misunderstanding, if there is a confusion, we really need to understand that this is caused by who? This is caused by Kali. Because we if if Kali wasn't present, those things will not come into existence. Those things will not um, come into our life, because we will be more conducive towards spiritual life. So here we really need to take uh, take home message for us is to be really careful in our spiritual life, in our sadhana, in our reading of the scriptures, and take advantage of this spiritual activities or the days or the months that are given by so mercifully by the Lord Himself, that this Vishnu Panchak is going on. Yesterday was Ekadashi, and it's Friday afternoon that we break, right? After evening is the ending of the Vishnu Panchak. So it's technically another 3 days. So today, tomorrow is Thursday, and Friday 2.5 days, technically speaking, would award us the 5-day Vishnu Panchak benefit. And so many wonderful devotees are doing so many wonderful, vratas or vows that they have taken. Especially, um, we just visited Mayapur Dham, and we had a good fortune of visiting the place where Srila Prabhupada's Guru Maharaj, His Holiness, His Divine Grace, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada did 1 billion names chanting. And that 10 years, he actually performed Kartik Vrata. He would every day do 192 rounds and throw some rice or something on the plate and put his hands on the back and eat whatever comes in the first gulp. That's the only thing that he ate for all those 10 years. So this is why this acharyas or devotees did those serious penance or activities, spiritual activities, is, is to obviously strengthen their own sadhana, but also to inspire us, also to show us that this is how one would uh, increase their intensity, increase their uh, commitment. Because if you prioritize, um, if one would prioritize the uh, you know this kind of activities, that okay, I want to do this kind of tapa or this kind of austerity, then we really don't have time for anything else. We don't have energy to do anything else. We don't have any thoughts that naturally would come when we are well fed or well rested or well, in normal situations, we would be distracted with some other things. But if the body is put into certain kind of diet or certain kind of activity, that okay, I have to do extra rounds chanting or extra reading, then we really don't have time to get distracted. And that is the biggest benefit out of that. And eventually, this spiritual activities will become, when we see the benefit of it, we'll try to inculcate in our lifestyle. We will do it more often. It's just not once a year. We'll try to do it more often. Okay, Let me try to see if I can do every Ekadashi certain more number of rounds, certain more reading, because we see the benefit of doing it once, then the proof of the taste of the pudding is in tasting it. So once we have the understanding, theoretical understanding, okay, I should do this because somebody else did it. I see someone else doing it. Okay, let me try to do it also. Once we start doing it, then we see the benefit. We see the we see the effect it creates in our consciousness, in our dealings with others, in our own behavior. Then we see the help it gives. We see the assistance it gives us in our spiritual life. So then we try to do it more often, more regularly. And so that's about the austerities and penances. We also visited so many wonderful holy places in Vrindavan as well as Mayapur. Um, One thing stands out in one of the classes Shyamanand Krishna Prabhu shared. He shared a very funny example of a goat. So he was sharing that uh, that he was going and he saw a goat carried by another person on a vehicle. So he was contemplating on this fact that what is if we see this, what do we infer from it? What do we understand from it? That we as human beings, we know that this person is carrying this goat and eventually that goat will be killed, right? Taking So after that goat is taken to the destination, it will be fed green grass or whatever, nice things before they, killed or slaughtered. But if we see the other goats around, they might start thinking while the goat is in the vehicle and carried by and nicely pampered by the, of somebody who is carrying him. Other goats might feel, oh, that goat is very happy. That goat situation is much better. Oh, nobody is pampering us. Nobody is giving us a ride on the on the vehicle. And then when the goat is eating the green grass before getting slaughtered and others are not, then they feel like, oh, he's or she's eating the green grass and we are not able to. So we are more or less in similar situations, seeing things around us that is more attractive, more, I feel attracted to something. I feel, oh, I don't have this. Or if this I have, my life will be perfect. This is the only thing I'm lacking. Those kind of mentality is only going to drag us. It's only going to make us feel like that goat that is about to be slaughtered. Because once you have that, life is not going to be life is actually going to be the same, in sometimes some cases even worse. And we don't whatever material thing that we achieve, it is not going to help us with the birth, death, old age and disease cycle. And it is not helping us directly to become more serious in spiritual life. So one has to really introspect and see what is conducive for their spiritual life and um, strive to uh, achieve those things or aspire for those things which will help us become more serious in our spiritual life. Otherwise, um, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jathare shayanam, you know, eh, punarapi maranam, punarapi janam. Every, like, again and again taking birth, again and again dying. Punarapi janani jathare shayanam. Another taking birth at another womb, another mother's womb. And it is so amazing when Krishna says that I give thee remembrance and intelligence. that it is so unimaginable for us to think, even though scripturally we all are aware that, okay, this is not the only, at least I can speak for myself, that is not the only birth I have taken. I have been a bird, I have been a beast, I have been what other elements or what other living entities. But somehow or the other, I have got this good fortune. But it is very difficult for me to imagine or think that I was something else other than this body. The 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 bodily concept is so strong that it won't even allow us to think, even though we know it's a reality, we can't see ourselves other than this body. So to to really to really understand that we are not the body, you also have to understand that I have been in the other body other than this body. Like I have been given, I was awarded other bodies according to my desires, according to my activities, according to my inclinations. I was in other bodies, other different species of life, and karmana devanitrena, somehow or the other, some pious activity or somebody gave some mercy. That's how I got the human birth, and out of the human birth, I got chance to theoretically, at least theoretically, know that what is the goal of life, to get connected to the bona fide spiritual process, being connected with the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's uh, movement, which is the prime benediction for this age of Kali Yuga, by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Iti Sodashaka Namnam Kalikalmashanashanam Natara Parataro Upaya Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate. This 16 syllable mantra, Iti Sodashaka Namnam Kalikalmashanashanam, it removes all the ill effects of Kali Yuga. Iti Sodashanamnam Kalikalmashanashram Natara Parataro Upaya. There is no other remedy. There is no other remedy. Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate. All the other Vedas are are describing this. One devotee was sharing, I was listening to one class, and where it was shared, someone asked Srila Prabhupada, what is humility? What is humbleness? So Srila Prabhupada answered very amazing answer. He said, there is humility is to understand, or humbleness is to understand that there's nothing in the world can help me. Money, my position, my fame, my relatives, my job, anything, nothing can help us other than holy name. If you understand that this fact and lead your life, if you take this as the life and soul, if you understand this fully, that is humility. So we really, I mean, this is an amazing answer, right? Humbleness is sometimes somebody, so you feel, be in a servitor mood or something like, but this is an amazing answer, that why we should feel humble, that nothing else can help, and only our Savior or saving grace is the holy name, is because as long as you have shelter anywhere else, you will feel that I don't need to be humble. Somebody else can help me. Something else can help me. But if you see yourself, if I can see myself, the only thing can help me is my shelter is holy name. Anything else, nothing can protect me. So then I don't have to be subservient to anything else, in a sense that I don't have to look for shelter anywhere else. And that's my humility. Sheltered at holy name gives us we become humble because nothing else can save me. Sometimes one is arrogant because, oh, I have a such and such amount of bank balance, so I don't need to listen to anyone else. But when we know the real shelter is holy name and not my bank balance, then we become humble. Then we become uh, then we understand that money cannot help. Only holy name can help us. And that's how Srila Prabhupada explained what is the definition of humility or humbleness. Um, Thank you for tolerating me. I'm sorry I'm not able to, I don't have, if you squeeze a lemon, only lemon juice will come out. So there is not much I have in-depth analysis of understanding that I could share. But thank you for the opportunity. Ganath Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Premanande. Anyone else? Huh? Lemon juice for fasting. Yes, Prabhu. In his greatness, our Bhagavad Prabhu says we need lemon juice because we are all fasting. So Ekadashi fast is broken by the lemon juice. So he will make use of lemon juice also. Thank you again. Anyone else has any comment, anything that you would like to share?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranams, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Very nice class, Prabhu, to think more deeper. Prabhu, regarding the humility, you said that it remembered me one point that Srila Prabhupada mentions in the 13th, Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter, 12th, 8 to 12, he mentioned humility means that one should not be anxious to have the satisfaction of being honored by others. When you were talking about the humility, this point, the material conceptions of life makes us very eager to receive honor from others. This it reminded me this point, Prabhu, wonderful. And the other thing, I have a question. You said that regarding following the oaths or austerities, that by seeing others we will follow, then it will inspire us, right? Sometimes by seeing others doing these oaths and all, okay, someone is doing extra rounds or someone is doing, okay, reading these, taking these Kartik oaths, all these things, then if I do mechanically, okay, I am also reading, okay, I'm doing some extra rounds. So if I do mechanically, and at some point I feel that, okay, I'm doing these many things, I may feel proud, right, Prabhu? I mean,
Yeah, it is natural to feel that, oh, I did something great, but at the same time, that thought of doing something great should right away we should feel that I am why I am able to do this extra rounds or extra reading is because Krishna has allowed me to do so. Because as we all know, it is not in our personal, um, you know, personal endeavor that makes us do this austerities or any spiritual activity. What to speak of spiritual, any material activity also, lifting the hand. If I'm growing closer to 50, but moving the hand and all the other kinds of bodily situations that sometimes you sleep on an odd position and your neck is, you can even turn your neck, it's just stuck to some position. So anything that we encounter in this life or a daily activity is based on our we have to have a certain level of adhikar to do it. So we should always be humbled, and we should always be feeling that I'm not doing it, or I'm not just by on my own effort this is not happening. Whenever we do any activity, especially spiritual activity, we should thank Krishna, thank you for letting me do this. Thank the devotees that whoever has inspired us. If we do it in that mood, the pride will never really occur. Or if the pride is there, this is the antidote. Being grateful, you know, being in a position of somebody who is always um, always thanking others, or uh, thinking that I didn't do it on my own. I did this because Krishna is so merciful. These devotees are so merciful. I'm allowed to do this service. On the other day, how nicely Nandaniketan Prabhu was also mentioning that, some devotees, or some, if we feel that, oh, because of I did XYZ things, these services are happening in the temple. But we know that when we weren't here, temple was going on. When we will not be there, temple will continue to continue to, function. Only thing is, this is a very good example I want to share. I think I have shared it in the past also. There's a devotee named Shrikant Prabhu in Brooklyn Temple. Shrikant Prabhu is Bengali Vaishnav, I mean, from India, and he's an amazing cook, amazing kirtanier, and he left the body, I think, 14 years back, 2010. I remember talking to him in Jagannath Rath Yatra, New York City. They serve about 10,000 plates, and the cooking will continuously go for 3 to 4 days in the night time, 24 hours a day. The Shrikant Prabhu would feel, or he would practically be there all the time, other than his, some basic needs. And one devotee asked, like, Prabhu, what is taking you? What is really making you dedicate so much service, so much time, so much energy, with so much of firm conviction? How are you able to dedicate so much time to this service? He gave an amazing answer. He said, Jagannath's prasad or Jagannath's bhoga cooking is not going to wait for me. If I want to take the opportunity of serving Jagannath in that form, in that seva, then I have to be, I have to be, uh, what do you call, the enthusiastic. I have to be making myself available. So it is, I'm not doing Jagannath a favor. Jagannath is doing me a favor by giving me this service. So if we have this kind of examples, this kind of devotees, perceptions in our mind and our mood when we are performing any sadhana, any services, that will help us uh, do it with the right mood, Mataji. I hope it helped. Anything else you wanted to add, Shyam Kishore Prabhu or Prabhudacharya Prabhu, anyone else? Mataji, you wanted to add something? Jayarada Mataji. Please.
The same question was asked to Mr. Arnath Maharaj. You can
Okay.
said if somebody is performing studies, and somebody is not performing studies, what we should think is, I'm so fallen, that's why I need this extra study. But other people are already they are good, they are in good state of mind, then they don't need that study.
Very
Because
nice.
we are, our disease is so bad that we need more medicine. And others are doing, they are healthy, they don't need any medicine. That's why we should have that conscious.
So, Bhagadacharya Prabhu is sharing that Radhanath Maharaj was asked this question, that if I do some more austerity and I feel pride, then what should I do? So Maharaj answered that when you are doing austerities, you should feel that I'm so fallen that I need these austerities to become more spiritually, advanced. But these other devotees who are not doing this kind of austerities are advanced, and they don't need to do this. I need to do this, but they don't need to do this. That is what one needs. and I need this medicine, I need this antidote, I need this austerities as a medicine to make myself cure. But these other devotees are already cured and they are already to a stage that they don't need to do these austerities. That's how one need to think.
Thank you, Prabhu. It
Thank
helps.
you. Anyone else wants to add anything? Hare Krishna. So we'll end here. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Krishna Kumar jai. Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava ki jai.
Right?